Good morning, students. I am Ms. Republica Borgohain, Assistant Professor, Assam Downtown University, Guwahati, Department of Pharmaceutical Science. So today I will be going to discuss about what are vitamins. So here it goes. So now, coming to the introduction part, what is vitamins? The word vitamin, it comes from the Latin word vita. It means life. These are the organic components in food that are needed in very small amounts for growth and for maintaining good health. Everybody must eat a certain amount of vitamins to stay healthy. These are the chemicals that are found in very small amounts in many different foods. Now comes the characteristics. Vitamins are required in small quantities in the diet because they cannot be synthesized by the body itself. Water-soluble vitamins cannot be stored in human tissues. Their excess is excreted with urine. Significant amounts of fat-soluble vitamins can be stored in adipose tissue and the liver. Synthetic vitamins are identical to natural vitamins. And once the growth and development are completed, vitamins remain essential nutrients for healthy maintenance of the cells, tissues, and organs. Now comes the functions of vitamins. So vitamins are helpful for the health and life of the body in the following aspects. First of all, they build up the resistance of the body against diseases. They prevent and cure various diseases caused by deficiency. They help the digestion and utilization of mineral salts and carbohydrates in the body. They stimulate and give strength to digestive and nervous system. Help health protection and maintain the proper health and normal growth. Now comes the classification of vitamins. On the basis of their solubility, vitamins are mainly classified into two types. They are fat-soluble vitamins and water-soluble vitamins. So, fat-soluble vitamins. Vitamins that dissolve in fat because fat is easily stored on our body. Fat-soluble vitamins can be stored within our fat. This means that they can accumulate and be saved for later use. The fat-soluble vitamins are vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Then water-soluble vitamins. The vitamins that dissolve in water because our body is a watery environment. These vitamins can move through our body pretty easily, and they can also be flushed out by the kidneys. Water-soluble vitamins include the B-complex vitamins and vitamin C. There are 8 B vitamins including vitamin B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B7, B9 and B12. So this is the flow chart for water-soluble and fat-soluble vitamins. So in case of water-soluble vitamins, there are two parts, that is non-B complex and B complex. In non-B complex, it's the ascorbic acid, that is vitamin C. And in B complex, there are energy-releasing, hematopoietic and other. In energy-releasing, there is thiamine, that is vitamin B1, riboflavin, that is vitamin B2, niacin, that is vitamin B3, biotin and pantothenic acid. In hematopoietic, it's folic acid, vitamin B12. And in others, it's pyridoxine, pyridoxal and pyridoxamine. And in case of fat-soluble vitamins, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin K and vitamin E are there, where vitamin A constitutes of retinol and beta-carotenes, vitamin D is cholecalciferol, vitamin K is phylloquinones, menaquinones, and vitamin E is tocopherols. Now the water-soluble versus fat-soluble vitamins. So the criteria is absorption. So in case of water-soluble vitamins, it sits directly to blood. It absorbs directly to blood. And in case of fat-soluble vitamins, it absorbs in the lymph via cellular membrane. And in case of transport, in water-soluble vitamins, transportation is free. And in fat-soluble vitamins, it requires carrier. In case of storage, in water-soluble vitamins, it circulates freely. In case of fat-soluble vitamins, it is present in cells with fat. Then in case of excretion, it excretes through urine, but in fat-soluble vitamins, it is stored with fat. In case of toxicity, it is possible with supplements. And in fat-soluble vitamins, it is likely W supplements. And in water-soluble vitamins, its requirements are every 2 to 3 days, and fat-soluble vitamins, its requirements are every week. So now comes the fat-soluble vitamins, that is A, D, E, and K. Talking about vitamin A, we can say that it's a group of unsaturated nutritional organic compounds that includes retinol, retinal, retinoic acid, and several provitamin A carotenoids, among which beta-carotene is the most important. Its active form is present only in animal tissue. Its daily requirement is men and women, it's 600 mcg. Pregnancy and lactation, it's 950 mcg. In infants, it is 350 mcg, and in children, it is 600 mcg. These are the dietary sources of vitamin A: carrots, papaya, meat, fish, mangoes, broccoli, etc. Now, the mechanism of action of vitamin A. Dietary retinyl esters are hydrolyzed by pancreatic or intestinal hydrolases in intestine, releasing retinol and free fatty acids. Carotenes are hydrolyzed by beta-carotene 15 dioxygenase of intestinal cells to release 2 moles of retinol, which is reduced to retinol. In intestinal mucosal cells, retinol is reesterified to LCFA, incorporated into chylomicrons and transferred to lymph. Retinol esters of chylomicrons are taken up by liver and stored. When required by vitamin A, it is released from liver as free retinol. Retinol is transported in circulation by plasma retinol binding protein in association with albumin, that is transthyretin. Retinol RBP complex binds to specific receptors on cell membrane of peripheral tissues and anterior cells. It carries retinol by cellular retinol binding protein, that is CRBP, and cellular retinoic acid binding protein, that is CRABP1 and CRABP2, to nucleus and binds to chromatin, that is DNA. Now rhodopsin, it is the membrane protein in photoreceptor of retina. So this is the cycle of the rhodopsin. Now coming to the functions of vitamin A, it plays a very vital role in the variety of functions throughout the body, such as vision, gene transcription, immune function, embryonic development and reproduction, bone metabolism, hematopoiesis, that is the production of blood cells and platelets, skin and cellular health, and antioxidant activity. So in my next video, I will be going to discuss about the other vitamins that are very much required for our body nutrients. Thank you.